Hello everyone, welcome back to my Skillshop project series. Today I'm going to explain my task 12, which is the development of a responsive product registration page. This file combines PHP backend logic, HTML structure, CSS utility classes for styling and responsiveness, and JavaScript for interactivity and validation, and also database integration. Okay, let's dive in. Here is our register new product page. In here I add product title, product description, category, price, level, status, and also product image section. And also I created register product button and cancel button. Here I also add a footer for our page. Here we can drag and drop our image also. See? Okay. And also here I created input field that people can choose the category they want, and also level and status I created here. So this is only the completion of our designing part. We can discuss the programming part of this page in my next task. So now let's move to see my code structure. Okay. Now I explain the file section by section and clearly describe what is happening in each part. Okay. In here, first I check whether a session already exists. If not, I start a new session. What is happening here? PHP sessions allow the server to store user data temporarily, such as login, status, and user role. Why I use this? Because this page should only be accessible to authenticated users. Without starting the session, I cannot access session variable. So this is the foundation for our access control in my system. Okay. Then I include my database connection file. This file establishes a connection between PHP and the MySQL database. Because later in this page, I need to fetch category data and potentially process product registration. Without database connection, the page would not be dynamic. And also, I check whether the session variable is logged in, exists, and is set to true. If not, the system loads authentication check file. Why I use this? Because to prevent unauthorized access, and also if someone manually types the URL of this page without logging in, the system will block them. This improves the system security. Then I retrieve the user's account type from the session and convert it to lowercase or saver comparison. If the role is not set up, the system redirects the user because only sellers are allowed to register products. This ensures buyers cannot access this feature and the system maintains proper user permissions. This is an example of role-based access control. Then here, this query retrieves all category IDs and names from the database and stores them alphabetically. Then I store them inside an array using a while loop. Instead of hard-coding category options in HTML, I fetch them dynamically. This means if I add or remove categories in the database, the drop-down updates automatically. the system becomes scalable and maintainable. This is done with content generation. I forgot to show you I created a category table in our Skillshop database. This is our category table and I add some categories to our table. Okay, let's move back. Okay, then I check whether success or error messages are passed to the URL parameters. After form submission, I can redirect back to this page with the message. For example, if registration is successful, it shows a green message. But if error occurs, it shows red message. This improves user feedback and usability. Okay, so this is our designing part. You can see that every field I created in this page. Product input field and production description box and category input field, price field and level field, status input field and product image section and also upload area. Okay, now in here I used multi-part encoding because normal form encoding cannot send image file to the server. This is required for image upload functionality. And here I add limits text to 150 characters to prevent submission if empty. Why I use this? Because to control data size and ensure required input. And this is client-side validation to reduce valid submissions. And here I allow multi-line input with character limit because to ensure sellers provide enough detail but not excessively long text. This protects database storage and maintains clean content. And here the loop generates each option database values. Why I used for each? Because $line category is an array. This automatically creates drop-down options based on live database data. So, and also in here, what is happening here? Okay, let me explain. Only numeric input allowed and negative numbers blocked and also decimal support enabled. So why I use this? Because to ensure price accuracy and prevent invalid values like navigate pricing. Okay. Here I allows only image file types. Why I use this? Because to prevent users from uploading documents or other file types. This improves security in our page. Okay, so I use document.setElementById to connect JavaScript with HTML elements. By storing these elements in variables, I can control them dynamically. This allows me to implement image preview, drag and drop, form validation, and custom error messages. Without selecting these elements, JavaScript cannot interact with the page. Okay. Then here, When the user clicks on the custom upload area, it automatically opens the file selection window. Because the actual file input is hidden, I created custom design for better user interface. So I connected the upload area to the file input. This makes the user experience more professional and interactive. And here, when the user selects a file, this event detects the change. Then it sends the selected file to the handle file select function. Because after selecting image, I need to validate it, show preview, check size and type. So this connects file selection to my validation system. Here, when a file is dragged over the upload area, e.prevent default function stops default browser behavior and it changes the border color and background. Why I use this? Because to create a drag and drop feature. The visual effect shows the user that they can drop the file here, and also this improves user interaction and content design. You already see it in our user interface. Here, when the file leaves upload area, the blue highlight is removed, and to return the design to normal when the user moves the file away. This keeps the user interface clean and responsive. And here, when the user drops the file, default browser behavior is stopped, the highlight is removed, and the file is captured. Then I check if the file exists and send it to the handle file select function. Why I use this? Because this enables real drag and drop functionality. It allows users to upload images by dragging instead of clicking, and this makes the system modern and user friendly. And here, this is the main function that processes the image. It handles file type validation, file size validation, and image preview. And here, if it checks whether the selected file is an image. It is not an image, it shows an error and the function stops. I use this because to prevent users from uploading documents, videos, or other file types. This improves security and system reliability. And here, this says maximum size to 5 MB. If the file is larger than 5 MB, show error and stop the function. I use this because to prevent large file uploads and protect server storage and also improve performance. Okay, here file reader reads the selected image file and this converts the image into a temporary display format. Then I show the previous section, hide upload area, hide error messages. I use this because to allow the seller to see the image before submitting. This reduces mistakes and improves user confidence. And here, when user clicks remove, file input is cleared, preview is hidden, and upload area is shows again. And also image shows is cleared. I use this because to give the user control to change the image if they selected the wrong one. This improves flexibility. And here, this function displays error text, applies red styling, makes message visible, and scrolls to message automatically. I use this because to give clear feedback to the user when something goes wrong. Instead of using alert boxes, I use style messages for better UI. And also, here, this function displays success message, applies screen styling, and makes message visible. I use this because to inform the user when the process is successful. It improves user experience and system communication. So in this file, I have implemented session-based authentication, role-based authorization, dynamic database integration, client-side validation, file upload handling, drag and drop interaction, image preview functionality, responsive design principles. This page is secure, scalable, user-friendly, and professionally structured. Through this task, I demonstrated full-stack development integration between front-end and back-end. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video.